So I am Marqed Rosales. I am a hairstylist. And we are the newest partner of MUP. So we are from Marqed Salon. I am the owner of Marqed Salon. Kamusta naman kayo? Kanina nga I'm asking can I call, ano ba? I'll call you Maria or...
You can call me Sasha.
Sasha.
Medyo malayo sa pangalan.
Hi, Sasha. And your name?
Natalia.
Natalia.
Natalia Ocean.
So by the way, this Zoom kasi, it's a recorded video. So parang after this session, we'll be uploading this to our social media. So yun, is it okay if you introduce yourself lang? Para lang for, I'm sure that there's a lot of supporters kasi who are waiting for you, di ba? Dahil, as per Sasha nga, parang, when was the last activity niyo? Parang matagal na din, no?
Yeah, February pa yun.
February?
Yes.
That was parang 3 months ago na. So I'm sure
yung runway challenge pa yung pinaka-last namin, parang ganun.
Ako medyo matagal na nga. And I'm sure that they're all talaga excited na makita kayo. So, just introduce yourself, just state your name and your province.
Okay. Mahal ako muna ba?
Okay, go.
Hi everyone! Good afternoon. My name is Maria Fetaharan. I'm 25, turning 25 this November. I'm representing the Marble Capital of the Philippines, Romblon.
And you?
Hi everyone, I am Natalia Ocean, representing Batangas and keep safe always.
I am also from Batangas. Ako yung representing our province pala.
Saan?
Yung father ko from Cuenca, Batangas. Then I also have some friends sa Tambo naman. Diba? Small world. So,
I know Josa from Batangas. Josa Poco.
Josa Poco.
Good friend. Good friend, yes.
So yun, di ba? Small world. Anyway, yung purpose ng online tutorial natin is we just want to gauge your knowledge in terms of fixing your hair. Syempre right now, di ba, we have a lot of activities kasi na you have to fix your own hair. So ako, my first question lang before we proceed with the tutorial is, ano ba yung what is your go-to hair? So every time that you'll have an event or you have an activity, you feel that you're the most beautiful girl every time na you are wearing that hair. Sige, let's start with you, Miss Romblon.
Actually, before joining Miss Universe, I really like curly hair, big curly hair. But then while I was in training with Mommy J, he told me that I look good with straight hair lang, yung bagsak lang. So I'm gonna have like maybe straight hair and curly hair na siguro. But I want to focus on straight hair kasi nga, I will, of course, he's the best. I will take his comment na mas bagay daw sa akin yung bagsak lang.
Saka maganda kasi rin yung face shape mo eh. So, pasok naman siya. And you, Miss Batangas?
Bald curly hair. From the start, gusto ko talaga yung bald curly hair. Then may parang pabang shape here.
Okay. Alright, so the reason why I asked that question, kasi that's very important, diba? You have to understand kasi what are the hairstyle that you feel confident and you feel comfortable, diba? Kasi the more that you are confident, diba? It manifests kasi with your audience, with the judges, that you are really comfortable with that hair. So I just want to share lang din na one of the best factors for you to consider your hairstyles is also your hairstyle. So, I just have an assignment for you guys to identify your face print and research for hairstyle that can perfectly good with your face shape. But actually, what you choose to make it straight and curls, that's a perfect hairstyle naman. Especially most of the Filipinos talaga, curls is the go-to hairstyle kasi yung instant glamour talaga. Right? So, okay, let's start. We'll start lang with a simple tips and step by step because we only have limited time lang din naman. So today, I will just share some tips on how to do hairstyle, like yung straight and ponytail. Okay, so let's start. Okay. I just need my By the way, do you have You have your tools with you? Naku, naka-mute ka. You're on mute.
Ako, naiwan ko sa... Ayan. Naiwan ko sa Maynila yung mga gamit ko.
Okay. Actually, ako
Same here.
What I'm thinking since we only have limited time lang din naman, it's just an hour, di ba? The whole duration of our tutorial is an hour. I guess that's not, it's also impossible for us to do the 3 hairstyle. So ako, sige, ako among yun na marunong magkulot and mag-straight ng hair. Marunong ka na.
Hindi. Ako po.
Ikaw din, okay, very good. So mapapadali naman pala yung trabaho natin. Alright, so sige. Ako, siguro let me just give you some suggestions na lang. Alright, so before curling your hair or use any hot tools, I always recommend for you to use a heat protectant. So are you using a heat protectant ba? Ako, no.
Guilty. No.
Hindi. So the reason behind that, the reason why you need to use a heat protectant is, syempre, especially you girls, you have a lot of activities. Diba? Halos everyday yung activities nyo. And can you imagine that you are using a hot tools araw-araw? So yung possibility for you to have a damaged hair, medyo higher is siya. Syempre, we want to have a modern Filipina hair, di ba? You want to win the prince-silk hair. So for you to achieve that, you have to take care of your hair. So let's start. Okay. So what you need to do lang is, di ba, when you're applying a heat protectant, most of us kasi what we do is we start from here, from our crown area. But for us to equally spread the products, we have to start from the ends. Kasi our ends are the most damaged hair. Kumbaga sa age, sila yung pinakamatanda. Sila yung naka-witness ng heartbreak mo, sila yung naka-witness ng kung ano-ano sa life. Kasi sila yun nandyan sa'yo, di ba? So you have to start applying the heat protectant from the ends. Ano lang naman, saka there's a lot of available heat protectant in the market. So madali lang siyang hanapin. So pwede siyang i-apply even your hair is basa or dry. But ako I suggest at least parang 80 to 90% dry na yung hair ko. So parang damp lang siya. Okay, so after applying the heat protectant, that's the time that you'll be using the tools, di ba? So ikaw, di ba, your go-to hairstyle kasi you said is straight hair. So there are 2 tools kasi for us to achieve a straight hair. Grabe na, medyo challenging pala yung zoom, no? So you have to look for the camera. Anyway, there are 2 tools. So one is blower, and second is flat iron. Ikaw, since you're the one who will be wearing a straight hair, what do you prefer ba?
I actually use both. I'll blow dry my hair and make it straight with just using the blower, and then I use the iron flattening iron.
Okay, perfect. That's perfect. Kasi why do I also suggest to blow dry your hair? Kasi for us to achieve a long-last hairstyle, you need to have a proper preparation. Para lang yan din makeup. Diba when we do our makeup, we have skincare.
Yeah.
Para mas mag-last yung makeup, para kumapit ng maayos. So same mantra with our hair. Kaya I'm asking you to use heat protectant, at the same time, do a proper blow dry. No? Hindi naman siyang hand dry. So kung ikaw, this is how you do the hand dry lang naman. Di ba yung hand dry? So you just have to do it like this up until na mag-dry na yung hair mo. But if you're a talented, which is not all of us, kasi not all of the girls can fix their hair, so it's really a talent. What you can do is you can get the section above the ear. So you have to separate this one. Pull this up. And then, imagine that this is my head and ito yung kamay niya. So yan. Igaganyan niyo siya. Like you have to put your hair in front lang. So that's the time. Siyempre ito yung kamay niyo. I-blow dry niyo siya ng pasok niyo lang siya dyan. Tapos saka niyo tututok yung blower.
Yes, that's exactly what I do.
Diba? That's what you're doing. That's what you have to do. Para lang to blow dry your hair. And same mantra din naman, same process with flat iron. So ganun lang din siya. You have to section. But I suggest kasi, there are some girls kasi di ba na parang they just have to get any section. Pero ako, I recommend for you to still practice sectioning. Ano ba yung sectioning na pinagsasasabi ko, di ba? Yung sectioning is, you have to start from here. Ganyan. You have to start at the nape area up until you reach yung pinaka-crown area natin. So, the reason behind that, kasi nawala na siya. The reason behind that is, para mag-long last yung ating hairstyle. Actually, yun lang naman siya. Because the more na minadali natin siya, it will, para ka lang nagbe-baking din. So, di ba, pag minadali mo yung baking, the measurement is not sakto.
Accurate, yeah.
Hindi siya, if it's not accurate, it will not last long. So, same lang din naman siya ng mantra. Naku, iniwan niya po niya tayo ni Miss Batangas. Anyway, I guess just having parang internet problem.
Connection problem, yeah.
Connection problem.
Kasi.
So that's how you do it lang naman. And you said that good thing na marunong ka na on your rebonded hair ka ba?
No.
No, so it's natural talagang bagsak. So you want
Tapos lagi ko lang siyang plain na plancha.
Okay.
Blow dry ko lang talaga siya all the time.
Actually, very important talaga yung blow dry. And, ayan, she's joining again. Let's just wait for her.
Nawawala siya. Nakakatawa tong Zoom na to.
Actually. But this is, since that this is the new normal, we have to adapt. So, yun.
Yes. Baka ganito na rin yung pageant namin. Q&A ganito na daw. Joke. Mag-zoom na lahat.
Ito na yung new normal. Hi! Welcome back!
She's back.
Oo, no? Ayan, nandiyan na. So, okay. So right now, siguro what I can suggest lang din, since you know naman na how to straighten your hair, in terms of the temperature, sana don't go above 200 temperature because otherwise, masusunog na yung hair mo and we don't want naman that to happen. Diba? Is there any chance ba na napaso nyo na yung sarili nyo? Meron na, okay. So yun, you always have to be careful then. So how would you prevent that to happen? So what I can suggest siguro is pag magpa-flat iron tayo, di ba? It's always away from our face. You feel it naman na medyo mainit na siya. Diba? So yun. Sige. Let's proceed with curling iron. So since si Miss Batangas, her go-to hairstyle is curls. So ako, what I can suggest, same lang din naman, you have to use skin protectant before curling your hair. And what else pa ba? So since iba you are curling your own hair, how do you curl your own hair? So you have to start, can you hold this? You have to start here pa din. At the low, you have to start the sectioning from here.
And then, ayan, pasensya na kayo dahil gumagalaw siya. We have to start from there. And get section by section lang. Ako, the technique that I can suggest for you not to burn your head, sige, I'll show them lang. Diba, since hindi nyo siya matatansya, this is how you do it eh. I don't know if this is how you do it, but this is what I can suggest. Your protection will be this one, your arms. Didikit nyo yung arms yung dito sa knee. Then you have to get a strands from here. So yun yung kira-wrap mo. So the reason behind that, just for you to make sure na hindi didikit sa the one. Because once na didikitan, of course, you'll get burned. So yan. And same with the other section lang din. So yan. Parang ididikit mo lang yung arms mo dun sa head mo up until you reach the crown area. And once we are in our section area na, ito yung pinaka crown area natin, di ba? Di ba our sectioning kasi from here is dire-diretso lang. But once you reach the crown area, ayan yung hinahawakan mo, that's your crown. Ito yung crown area natin. You have to find your partition na. Kasi para yung bagsak ng buhok natin, like for example, you, di ba, you want to have, yung curls mo, you want parang may side bangs, di ba? Na, as what you said, as what you mentioned earlier, na medyo naka-side swept siya. So, syempre, you have to find the partition na. So, you have to find the partition, isa-side mo na siya, and that's the time that you curl it that way. So, again, thank you, Angel. Can you put it here? So, yun. And at the same time, you know naman na your angle, di ba? I'm sure that you already knew your angle. Kasi our angles, we have two angles. I've learned this from, I don't know if you work with Raymond Isaac. He's a very good photographer. He mentioned that we have two angles. So we have a fierce angle and we have the commercial angle. So you have to identify them. So for example, if you will be presenting yourself in a brand that talagang kailangan you look mabait. So you have to find the angle that you look softer. And paglaban na naman, you want to be more fierce, that's the time that you have to look for an angle that you look more fierce. You must model ka, model
True.
ka. So yun, for ponytail naman, do you do ponytail ba? Not so much. But in terms of finding a hair din kasi, you have to be considerable then with your total look. I don't know if someone mentioned you that. Kasi di ba most of us, especially the one who are joining pageants, talagang curls. That's our go-to hair, di ba? Mag-curls tayo. So you have to be considerable with your outfit. For example, you're wearing a turtleneck. Syempre, you want to have neck pa din. You want to elongate your face. So ako, what the hairstyle that I can recommend is you can have pony or you can have bun. And let's just say that you are conscious, di ba? Kasi there are some face frame na medyo prominent yung cheekbone. Which is, for you girls, the two of you, I don't see naman na it's your problem. So yun, you can add tendrils, yung mga lawit-lawit na ganyan, para lang to face frame din your face. There. Yun, do you have any questions?
So far, not really.
Wala naman. Ikaw, Miss Batangas, do you have any questions?
Sir, I have a question. How about if magbaband ka?
How about if...
Naglo-lower yung band?
Sorry, can you repeat that? Ayan, nag-hang siya.
If pag minsan po naglo-lower po yung band, hindi siya nag-stick sa top ng head namin.
Yung bangs. Bangs ba?
Bun
or bangs?
I think she said bun. The bun, like,
Bond. Naglo-lower yung bond. Okay, so yung technique na pwede natin gawin, syempre hiramin ko yung aking model so that you can see it.
Higher.
Di ba, we want kasi to achieve, if we want to achieve high bond, para hindi kayo mahirapan, kasi sometimes it's hard to pull up all your hair eh. Ang nagiging tendency eh, instead of you guys getting the highest point, which is here, di ba, ito, nagiging mababa siya.
Mm-hmm.
So, para hindi kayo mahirapan, you can divide your hair into 2 sections. Parang i-half pony nyo muna siya. You start with half pony. Ganyan. Tapos, syempre naghihiwa-hiwalay yung hair, di ba? Pag inangat natin yan, lumalaban yung buhok natin. That's the time na para siyang nagkakaroon ng sariling volume. So what you can do is you can grab a pomade or wax or anything na magkakaroon ng texture yung kamay nyo. Ayan, lagay nyo lang yung products sa kamay nyo to magkaroon siya ng texture. That's the time that you'll do the half pony para kumapit sa kamay nyo yung buhok. Because otherwise, especially pag yung buhok natin na conditioner and there's a lot of products na nakakadulas, talagang hindi siya sumasama. So what you have to do is just to get a product like pomade or wax para magkaroon ng texture your hands. And that's the time that iaangat mo yung buhok mo. So ako, what I can suggest, instead of using what brushes ba ang ginagamit mo pag nagbabon ka?
Mind if I use this one.
Ayan, very good. So ayun, yan din naman yung i-recommend ko. So you have to use a comb. Instead of using brush, use a teasing comb.
Teasing comb.
So para yan, gaganyan mo lang siya. Tapos section by section. So once you create this, so it's up to you naman, di ba? If you want to add texture, yung medyo messy bun, pwede mo na siyang i-play around upon tying yung hair mo. So once na matali mo na siya from here, di ba you get the highest point na. That's the time na yung likod naman. So using this one, pwede nga rin siya para kumapit yung hair natin sa comb para hindi siya lumaban. You can spray a small amount of hairspray lang. Tapos that's the time na you pull up your hair para mag-meet sila sa taas. Sige, pakita natin sa hair. Ayan. So that's the time that you will pull it up. Tapos pagsasamahin nyo lang siya. And there. So, ayan na siya, di ba? Okay. So, syempre, it's up to you naman kung ano yung size ng pinaka-bun mo. So, if you want medyo malaking bun, you have to tease lang. You have to tease yung hair mo. Then that's the time that you'll form. Can I have the hair? You have to secure yung bun mo ng using hair. Tapos ipo-form mo na siya. So it's up to you kung anong form yung gusto mo for the bun. Okay. There. So if you want naman to, syempre may mga baby hair, di ba? You want to tame down your baby hair. Napapansin niyo ba yun every time na nagpupony kayo or even you straighten your hair, talaga may mga nakaangat na maliliit, di ba? So what you can do is, there are 3 options naman. You can use oil, but sometimes kasi ina-absorb ng hair yung oil. So nawawala siya. you can use wax or pomade, konting-konti lang because pag naglagay ka ng marami, magiging puti-puti yan sa hair mo. So medyo sticky siya tingnan. And we don't want a greasy hair. So that's the time that you'll apply. Or kaya, let's just say it's a pageant night talaga. So syempre, mas mahaba yung activities and all. You can use gel para mag-tame down ng mga baby hair. Ayun. Did I answer your question, Miss Batangas? You're on mute. You're on mute.
Yes po, yes.
Ayan, thank you so much. Ayun.
Sorry.
So what else pa? What other questions pa do you have in mind? Are you using a hair extensions? Kayo, do you use your hair extensions? So when you are using a hair extensions naman, there are two purposes kasi yung hair extensions natin. Pahabain yung buhok and at the same time to add volume. So if you want a longer hair, of course you have to start clipping the hair extensions at the lower part of your head, at the nape area. Ito yung nape area.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to have an illusion of volume hair, of course, you have to put, dito tayo magsa-start sa medyo mas mataas. So, syempre, we don't want naman to be very obvious that we are wearing a hair extensions. So, what I can suggest is you can get first the crown area. Yung crown nyo, i-separate nyo na siya agad. Separate nyo ng using a rollers or anything, even a clip. So that's the time that you'll add hair extensions here para you can see kung paano nyo siya i-hide. So you can hide naman yung hair extension by teasing or kung maganda talaga yung kabit mo, even there's no tease, you can also hide yung hair extensions. And from the crown area, that's the time that you will look for your angle or your partition. Doon mo na siya like si Miss Batangas, she loves to have as parang naka-sideswept yung curls niya. Diba? So, ayun, that's how you work it. That's how you work the crown area. Ayun, do you have any questions?
Bako sa curl, pag kini-curl yung hair, para matagal siya bumagsak talaga. Kasi ako, I use extensions, so mabigat siya. So, mabilis siyang bumagsak.
Naka-record to eh.
Alright, so ako, the key kasi, the secret to have a long-last curls is to add texture dun sa buhok natin. So how will you add texture? So number one, of course, you have to use a texturizing spray or kaya, sige, step by step ko para ano. Number one, of course, use heat protectant before you put any application. No? Number two is use dry shampoo. I-dry shampoo mo yung hair mo kasi ang scalp natin, it can easily, it can easily have natural oil. Kaya
oil, yes.
Nyo, parang oily yung scalp natin. And that's the time then that we are experiencing yung mga thinning hair because that's too much oil. Because our country is a humid country, di ba? So talagang madaling mag-produce ng oil. And once kasi yung oil na yun, nag-strips na siya sa pababa dun sa buhok natin, sa mismong strands. That's the time na nalalaglag na yung kulot eh. Bumibigat na siya.
Yeah.
At start, part of your hair preparation is heat protectant and dry shampoo. So after applying the dry shampoo, that's the time na if you have a coil, I added wave spray eh, mga ganito. I don't know if you can see it, but there, ayan, mga wave spray. It also add kasi texture. It can lengthen the stay ng curls natin. So after, or yeah, you can have mostly naman. That's I guess that's the basic knowledge of everyone.
Yes.
Mag-mousse, di ba? So sige, we can have that na lang. Heat protectant, then dry shampoo, tapos mousse. But not, ang problem ko lang kasi sa mousse minsan, nagiging sticky. Tapos tumitigas yung buhok. Once na tumigas na siya, pag sinuklay mo siya, yung curls mo, matigas siya tingnan. And syempre, what we want is bouncy pa din yung buhok natin, di ba? Na upon we're moving, dapat nag-move din yung hair natin. So, siguro konting-konti lang, small amount of mousse lang if you will be using mousse. Kaya ako ay recommend yung mga spray talaga, liquid base, para it can easily absorb ng buhok natin. And lastly, of course, you can use a texturizing spray. Diba? Texturizing spray. So, maglagay ka lang sa all around your hair. And then that's the time na konting-konting hairspray lang. I know that some of the girls and some of the hairstylists, they love to apply a lot of hairspray. Kaya lang kasi, I'm not fan kasi of sobrang stiff hair, yung parang antigas-tigas na. So, konting-konti lang. Siguro, for the hairspray application, it's better if you apply it lang doon sa kung sa inyong korte ng buhok natin. Like you, di ba? You want your side swept. Siyempre, ayaw mo bumagsak yung bangs. Doon ka maglagay ng stronghold na hairspray. But for the rest, you can have a medium, yung mga not too strong na hairspray. Para lang mag-keep na siya, but not to have a stiff illusion. Yeah. So yun, do you have any questions?
Wala naman.
Alright, so I guess
Wala
that's all for today. I want to say thank you lang for joining me in this afternoon. So if you have any questions, you can contact me to contact me through my social media. So just you can have I'll follow you after this para you can see my social media account. And
Ay, question.
Go ahead.
Pag nag-resume na yung mga activities namin in Manila, kayo na ba mag-hair sa amin?
As of this moment, we don't have any advice pa from MUP. I am hoping na siguro once we get the vaccine, that's the time siguro na parang they'll allow us a mass gathering talaga. Hopefully, syempre, grabe naman. Inaabangan pa rin naman talaga kayo ng lahat. So yun, before I end, I just want to say lang na parang, alam niyo the things that we've discussed, it's all just a guide. In the end of the day, what matter most is dapat you're confident, you're comfortable with your hair that you are wearing. As what I mentioned niya, kasi pag you're confident, it will manifest na talaga eh. So those are just guides. So in the end of the day, you still have a free will to choose what hair yung gusto nyong isuot. So yun, congratulations in advance and good luck.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.